Welcome to Switched On Schoolhouse, a CD-ROM-based homeschool curriculum from Alpha Omega Publications. Switched On Schoolhouse Chemistry is a high school science course typically included in an 11th grade course of study. Units include measurement and analysis, exploring laws for gases and conservation of mass, molecular structure, equilibrium systems, carbon chemistry, functional groups, and much more. Now let's take a look at a chemistry lesson to see how concepts like these are covered. In a unit entitled Exploring Laws for Gases and Conservation of Mass, let's look at a lesson called Nothing Stays Put, the basis for diffusion and pressure. Most Switched On Schoolhouse lessons begin with a brief introduction and a list of objectives for the lesson. These objectives help students stay focused on important lesson content and provide parents with an effective way to measure mastery of lesson content. At the beginning of most lessons, your students will also encounter a list of vocabulary words that will be used throughout the lesson. We've included several activities to encourage mastery of these important words. For example, students can hear the correct pronunciation of each word.
Pressure, isotope.
In addition, the vocabulary arcade games encourage mastery of the vocabulary words by providing practice in the correct spelling of each word and in matching each word with its definition. Flashcards allows students to easily review the words and their definitions. After this introductory material, your students then move independently through the lesson, reading the text-based instruction and utilizing the multimedia features that have been provided.
Solid, liquid, gas.
Many lessons include small instructional videos, sometimes called tiny tutors. The teachers featured in these small video clips provide special instructions, additional information, and important tips for students.
We're all pretty familiar with the example of perfume diffusing throughout a room, or a whole floor of a building for that matter. And this has to do with the characteristics of the gas and its interaction with the molecules that make up the air. Molecular weight has to do with diffusion in the state of matter. Heavier molecules are usually liquid or solid. But there are other very important factors that determine the state of matter. This will be looked at later on in this course, but the type of bonding that exists within the molecules themselves plays a very important role in all of this. The world of chemistry does not usually lend itself well to simple answers.
More than 25,000 engaging multimedia activities have been included in Switched On Schoolhouse lessons and are designed to engage student interest and bring learning to life. The addition of these interactive activities encourages learning by allowing students to become actively involved in the lesson presentation. Colorful diagrams, maps, and photographs help to effectively illustrate lesson concepts that are being covered in the lesson. At the end of the lesson, the student is presented with a series of questions that provide a review of lesson content. Questions are presented in a variety of formats, including matching, fill in the blank, multiple choice, multiple select, click and place, essay questions, and many more. 85 to 90% of student work is graded instantly by the program, Answers are automatically saved as the student works through the questions, and
Good
immediate
answer.
feedback is given after each question has been answered. If a parent has set the
Correct.
program to allow for multiple attempts, students will be looped back through the lesson to answer questions that were marked wrong on the first attempt. The lesson is complete when all questions have been answered correctly or when the student has exhausted his allowed attempts on each question. The student can then return to the home page to continue through the rest of his daily assignments.